Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance, where I show you how to make the most likely repairs you'll need to make in your lifetime. If you'd like to get the latest videos, subscribe and then hit the little bell icon right at the subscribe button and it'll notify you of any new videos when they're released for you.
This AC was taking a long time to cool down, and starting off with the simple things first was changing the air filter. So I changed the air filter already. It was really dirty, but feeling the line in the closet, it just doesn't feel as cold as it should. And so I'm going to go ahead and do some preventative maintenance and check this one. See, the line's just not as, I mean, it's cold, but it just feels like it should be colder. This line's way hot, so, and it's working, but I think it could work better. So I'm going to be doing a little preventative maintenance and go through and check things. And we'll see. Go from there. It was at 94 degrees a couple minutes ago, and it came down to 92 in a couple minutes, but I think it's not working at its optimum level. I'll show you the air filter here. And you can see that was pretty dirty, so that could be a lot of it. I also feel like it's not cold enough. So check it up on the roof to check that one. Just happened to notice this piece of suction line is off here for some reason. Alright, we've got a little bit better. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. It's pretty hot, maybe 105, 107, something like that. Here's our unit. It just feels a little bit low on Freon, but I'm gonna check the capacitors and everything first since I'm here, and then I'll go grab my refrigerant. Yeah, it's just a little bit low. Not very low, not far off, but some preventative maintenance. I'll put these covers on here. Those should be on, so let's make them better all around. All right. Okay, so track this one down to its conduit. Looks like it's the second one here. It's got a long cord here to get all the way there. Long whip. All right. Whew. Okay. Let's take a look here. Couple screws here. Discharge the capacitor. The capacitor holds a charge in it even after the power is disconnected. Holding just the insulated portion of the screwdriver, bridge the leads to the capacitor. So it's right here, common to Herm, and it doesn't hurt to go common to fan as well. Just technically the fan cancels it out, but nothing wrong with being safe. No hard start kit on this one. My units benefit from a hard start kit. I think I'm actually out of hard start kits though. Anyway, here's our common and our Herm. Going to disconnect the wires and probably going to be replacing it, I have a feeling. Especially it has no hard start, so to me the hard start eases the tension on the capacitor, and this is probably a 40/5. They like to aim it this way. But you can't see what it's labeled. It's got the QWERTY on there. If you have it on your cell phone, you can look it up with the QWERTY. But yeah, there we go. And it's definitely a 40/5. It was very, very hot.
So let's get a reading on that. So my favorite meter is this field piece meter right now. It's pretty cool because it's got a microfarad setting. And you can't see, but it's got little indicators here of what's what. So Herm, common, and fan. It's got a little C for common. So it's a 40/5. And we're going to go common to Herm, looking for our 40. What do we got? 33. It's way weak. And common to fan. Oops, I'm on the wrong line. Common to fan. 4.78. That's the fan part's still alive, but the Herm is weak, so we're changing that out. I don't think I have any more hard start kits in my bag. Let's see. Which is a shame. So I'll order another hard start kit, and once I get it, I'll come back up and put it on here. Should be good for now, just to run it as without it. It'll definitely be better than it was with the new capacitor. But here's my 40/5. I'm going to re-up on parts. And I started going with a different brand too than these Subcos. Just trying to get away from those. I started using the Titan Pro. Gonna need to move wire position here. This one, a lot of these I'm finding the second to the last spot works good for this new capacitor. Metal's hot. It's hot, hot, hot. Make sure we get in there good before I tighten it down too much. And now I've aimed 40/5 where we can see it. Looks like this one fan is in the front, common's back here. That leaves this one to be a Herm. Got a common. Our wire leads are nice and tight. Yeah, fan's going to the front. And here's the common for a fan, which is purple. And once I get a hard start kit, I can just put one lead on common, one lead on Herm, and we'll be ready there. But we're running, well, now we're ready to run. Down just a hair. I'm in there nice and tight, but that's good. It's not going anywhere. Okay, and now I can run it. Start right up, no problem. So, I mean, technically I don't need a hard start kit, but in my opinion, they help the unit run a bit better. We're nice and cold to start out. I think we might just be a hair low on Freon, so I'm going to grab my gauges. It's nice and cold now. I don't know. First I'm going to put these back together. How they should be. All sorts of goofy. Got the plate there. There we go on that one. This one. just need the cover on to maintain. Keep water out of there. Really hot. Perfect, but better than what it was. Come back at it from the other side. Let's see here. Alright. Take out my trash here. Obviously, trash. Yeah, we're a little low on Freon. Not super low, but definitely a little low. So this one. See if I can get this cover back on better. Good. All right. Yeah, it's plenty hot. I checked my phone, so we're sitting at 106 degrees right now. It's very humid, hot and humid. Good old Palm Springs. Okay, the scale. Here we go. .01. Yeah, hold on a second. We don't want it on kilograms. We want it on pounds. So starting at 0.19, can zero it there. Kind of goofy. Zero it. Okay. And now we'll put our refrigerant on. And we're starting at 9.65 pounds. So we can write that down, and then we'll see how much we use. I guess this is a pound or two. And you can write it in your book. There we go, 9.66. It's also pretty useful to know if you have enough refrigerant in your tank. My units take about 6.5 to 7 pounds of refrigerant, and so this one is just a little low on Freon, so I definitely have enough. If I needed, I could bring a new can up there. It's 30 pounds. Instead, this one's 10 pounds, so that's all I'll have to, a little easier to carry up there, but at least I know I'll have enough. I will have enough refrigerant to get the job done. Looking at the battery that was in the weight thing, and look, it came apart. But
I haven't seen inside a 9-volt battery. And that's interesting. It looks like 6 little AAAs inside. Pretty weird. They just linked them all. I've not seen inside. Now it's got me curious about other 9-volt batteries. Is a Duracell the same way? Guess the next time I have a 9-volt go out, I'm going to need to take it apart and look, because that's weird. I did not know that. Pretty interesting. At least to me. Let's dig further. This has gone this far. Look at that. And it's all just in the shell. Huh. Who knew? Alright, well, that's one for the trash can. I won't look at all like that. I'll have to investigate. Check it out. Okay, made it back up on the roof. Now, 108 degrees, 11:30. And, get it down here, got my gauges. Pull the caps off. Low side. High side. Okay, and our gauges will make sure everything's turned off. So there's off. There's off. There's our high side. Recently been having a little trouble with my high side, but inspecting it, everything looks like side there. Okay. Service line hose. I recently had to replace the service line hose for a leak, so it's got a newer one on there. One of these days I got to figure out how to live stream. I think it'd be cool to live stream one of these repairs. Okay, purge. And here goes, hooking up the high side. And this one's the one that's been kind of giving me trouble recently. Let's see here. That one okay? Alright. So we'll purge the high side. Now the low side. Purge the low side. Okay, there's our standing pressures. And I could have zeroed my gauge before I started. Oh yeah. Not, that's okay. This one seems like we're just a little low on Freon, so there's our standing pressures. We'll go ahead and fire it up. Everything's purged, we're ready to charge. Alright. So get a reading at first where we're at. So we're looking for ambient plus 30 on the high side is kind of the rule of thumb. It's not, you know, a perfect deal. But when it's this hot, the line should be cold all the way. And this one's cold at first, but it's just a little low on Freon. 108 degrees outside. So on the green dial, we're looking for 138. So you can see we're about 130. So we're just a little low. I like to see the temperature here around 40 degrees, but that can vary. So you can see it's adjusting here. And it's going to go a little below. Stopping right around 40. So we're not too far off. But the high side is more accurate. And you can see we're at about 128. So we're about 10 degrees off on the high side. So I'm going to go ahead and add some Freon. Be a little happier compressor. So we're starting to come up there. Got a ways to go. Just thought I'd get an amp draw on what we want is the black wire here. So this one here. Got 8.5 plus or minus, and we'll see when we're finished charging what we're at. This one will take a little while because my hand is not very full. I'm going to put it on top, that'll help speed it up a little bit. And on the other side of the accumulator, I'm not very cold. Also not very cold on the suction line. Let's see. Let's try to show that a little bit with my laser thermometer on the suction line. Showing like 94 degrees. 80 degrees right there. 75, 80 degrees here, 71 on this side. You can see that it's just not cold all the way. And this will take a little while. Here's what it is. Starting to get colder. And starting to get colder here too, so that's good. It was just barely low. Go ahead and turn it off and we'll get a read here. We're at 130 now. It's getting nice and cold. Almost might call it there. Because it's now cold all the way. And I'll still have all the liquid refrigerant from the red hose to recover. You can see we're starting to climb a bit. The unit next to me reached temperature, that's good. Let's see where I'll refresh this here. It says we're at 108. 106 now. Alright. Temperature went down. It was 2 degrees hotter 15 minutes ago. Maybe a cloud
I'm actually going to call this one because it's nice and cold now all the way. I don't want to overcharge it. I'll go ahead and turn this off. And we're about 132, so that's good. I'll be recovering the rest of the refrigerant that's trapped in the hoses. So I'll go ahead and turn this one off. This one, I don't even think this one had a leak. I think it just was not charged well enough. Now, usually if you have low refrigerant, there's a leak somewhere, or it wasn't charged properly originally. We'll go ahead and take off the high side now. Quick connect, quick seal. Good there. Add my cap. This one, the O-ring fell out. You want to be careful for that. So I've got the O-ring. Got back in there. These you just want to finger tighten them. Okay, so now we got to recover the hose refrigerant that's left in our hoses. So what we do is open the high side. We can open that all the way. And on the low side, we're just going to meter it in. So I'm going to let a little bit in and then close it off. And then a little bit in, close it off, until our pressures have equalized. And we're all set there. Now I can disconnect my low side. And put our cap back on there. If I had another job to do, I wouldn't need to recover from the high side. I could just go and charge my other deal. You can see our unit's got a bit of sweat on it across it. It's nice and cold here, and we're all charged, good to go. We'll release the refrigerant in the hoses. We don't want to leave it trapped there. Yeah, and we'll be all set there, good to go. Now when I get a hard start kit, I'll add that hard start kit. Take an amp draw reading again here. We were at 8.5. Actually gone up a little bit on our amps, but we're still good. Our temperature is nice and colder. And we're all set there. Alright, thanks for watching Kunky Maintenance. Now I'll go inside and check it there, and we'll be all set. Okay, now I'll go ahead and release the... There's a little bit more in there than I thought. Anyway. There we go. How hot it is up here, it's sweating like crazy. Anyway, pack up my gear and get out of here. 6 degrees. It's a warm one. These on here keeps dirt and stuff from getting in there. So, yeah.
more hard start kits, and I'll add that hard start kit. They take a lot of stress off the motor. And we'll put our cover back on over here, and we're all set. Good to go. All right, getting nice and cold now. $53 degrees, 50. 45, 41, 40, and we're going in at 59, 60, climbing a little bit. So we got our 20-degree split. We've dropped now to 91 degrees, but this has cathedral ceiling, so it's got a lot of space to cool down before it really gets down. But it feels much better. Whew. Much better in here. Let's see. Let's get nice and chilly. Alright. Whew. Done deal. And the line is now nice and cold going in, whereas before it wasn't very cold. Oh yeah, you can see it's sweating a little bit. So definitely need a little juice. All right, happy air conditioner now. All right, happy me off of that roof. Oh yeah, it's pretty hot. Cool. Now I just got to get my gear all put away. All right, thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out.
I always say over and out when it's not over and I'm not out.
It takes a while for it to come down.
Gotta stop doing that.
Now I'm back with the jug. Let's see how much we used. Power it up. Come on, buddy. Okay, and we'll put our refrigerant on. And now we're at 8.14. So we only used about 1.5 pounds. And we can write that down in our book. So 1.52 pounds is what we used. Nice and easy. Okay, got all of my gear put away. Yeah, see, we're dropping temperature now. Getting nice and chilly. Down to 89. Still got a ways with all the cathedral ceiling and all. So I'll get there nice and cool. So this unit seemed like everything was good, but definitely not. 84 degrees, and it's been running for a while, too long. So I actually already peeked in here what was going on, but the coil is really dirty. And so I set to clean it, get it done. Got my coil cleaner, it's already mixed up with the Enviro coil cleaner and a pump sprayer. I'm going to clean off whatever I can dry. Well, it's not completely dry now, the unit's been running for a while, so it will have condensate on it. It's still pretty warm in here, so I'm actually going to leave it running while I do it. See. There it is. Oil is just really really dirty and can't breathe. So got my wet dry vacuum, and then I got this whisk broom that we can basically use and take off the majority. But I'm going to use the vacuum to vacuum while I do it, rather than it getting sucked back into the unit. So as much as possible. Try here. Hopefully you got a decent view. It'll be a bit noisy. Here's what it is. Vacuum in up here. Alright, run the vacuum at the same time. Go with the coil cleaner. This is a really good pump sprayer. You want one that has a release on it like this, otherwise sometimes when you take them apart they can blast on you. Next pumped up. There we go. First, I'm just going to go in and get it done. Looking good. We got some of it off with the brush, so that helps. Much better than we were. Now I'll need to close it up and let it run for about 20 minutes and that way. It looks like a fairly new coil too. Like it was replaced at some point. Just kind of using the soap to check for any leaks, but it looks like no leaks there. So, good. Yeah, I probably should have cleaned this before charging it, but I'm going back now. Alright, so I'll put the lid back on and we'll let that cleaner do its thing. It'll pull through. It's a no rinse coil cleaner. Alright. Okay. See how it's going to pull that through. And we're going to see. Now it's 100 and I don't even know anymore. 108 outside. Something like that. 110. I'll have to pop over and see. We're competing with some temperature outside, but still it should get cooler, you know, fast enough with our split that we have. We'll see. All right. still showing 83 degrees on the thermostat, which is not cooled down much. So I'm going to add more of that right here. Clean this puppy out. Looks nice and clean now, though. Pull the plug here. That's airtight. Okay. And maybe clean the blower wheel as well. Need to go a little deeper here. Alright. Take off the cover here. Blower wheel looks just fine. And it's spinning the correct direction. Looks good there. It's spinning good. See if anything else is odd at all. Let's see. We've got hot, neutral. That's correct. Low speed, high speed, red. Looks like the blower motor was replaced at some point. A new blower motor. Oh yeah, look at the coil, the boiler coil. Hydronic heat. This is cool and slow. And maybe it's because that's dirty. Try cleaning that coil. It's trickier. You can see here we only dropped to 83 degrees and it's been running for a while. It is really hot outside, so we're competing with the outside temperature, but still. Okay, and I checked the current outside temperature and it's 113 degrees right now. So I guess that explains why it's only gotten to 83. So that's a 30-degree difference. So, yep. Alright, but I'll clean that coil anyway and make that a little bit better and do what I can to make things better. Okay. So this one is going to go with the coils, and then I'm going to have to vacuum it off after. Oh my gosh. I might have to vacuum it during it. Gnarly job with a long way to go. See how much stuff this is. Sucks is a lot of this stuff is going to blow me out. Vacuum it all out when I'm done.
Next time I do one of these, I'm going to cut off that handle to make it easier to use for the tight space.
Yeah, keep working at it. Craziness. Alright. Did what I could there. A little scared to plug it in because, well, I vacuumed it all out and everything, cleared it all, but there's always going to be some residue. But I need to, hopefully a bunch of dust doesn't just go flying out everywhere. but should get some improvement in. Alright, that is definitely what was missing. The airflow is so much stronger. Now I can feel it all the way back here. Before, it was really weak. I'm hoping I had held up the camera earlier when I took the laser thermometer readings. It climbed up to 86 degrees in here now, and I just turned it on. So it's probably going to take a while to come down at all. It's been a long, crazy day. Alright. But I gotta go ahead and call it a day. I did what I could, cleaned it up. I'm sure that's going to do it because, man, now it's just got so much airflow. It had no airflow before. Just how dirty that coil was, especially the hydronic coil, boiler coil. But now just everything's got way more airflow. It's much better. I'm sure this is going to cool it off much faster. Anyway, crazy job. Somebody's got to do it. Alright. Now I just got to clean up all my mess. Alright. Here it is. Nice and cold. That was the deal. Alright. Bin brush worked great. Brush worked really good. Good job. It's not, really, it's a bit beyond my scope of my job, but it's what this one needed. And just needed to figure it out and get it going. Keep up with the heat and keep things nice and cool. And I didn't want to use the coil cleaner
for the hydronic
coil
coil
because this is a no rinse coil cleaner. I'd rather just use straight water for the coil and run that through.
For the hydronic coil.
I just cleaned off the majority of the dirt. It's definitely not a perfect clean, but just going to be way better than what it was. Again, it's a bit beyond the scope of what I normally do. But we restored good airflow. So I'm very happy for that. You can feel it so much further away. Alright. And the coil, the way it is, really you'd almost have to pull it out and clean it off outside somewhere. This unit's ready to go, so I did what I could. Okay, well, did what I could. I'm gonna have to call it a day, shut it off. I'd like to wait for a little while and show it working, but maybe I'll get a chance tomorrow, maybe not, who knows, we'll see. Time will tell. Putting this one away, I'll go ahead and release the pressure. That's why it's a good, much better pump sprayer than some of the cheap ones, or you can't release the pressure that way. It can cause an accident. So.
Well, sheer irony, and too bad the call didn't come earlier, but I wound up getting called back to the same exact roof and wound up needing to bring all my gear and refrigerant and hoses back up on the same roof to fix another AC unit. The good thing is I got to get some more footage for you, and I'll be hopefully bringing that video to you shortly. And yeah, it is what it is. Those are the breaks sometimes. And it was a little bit cooler after hours, so it worked out. Kung Fu Maintenance is finally live on Patreon. I'll put a link in the description, but that's a place that you can actually help support the channel, help me to bring better and better videos and hopefully better and better content over time. There are some special perks and rewards there. Thanks for your support, and thanks to all my Patrons for all your help in making this possible. So be on the lookout for more Kung Fu Maintenance coming soon.
Walking through this world, I could feel the pressure, but I could take